Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I'm coming to you live from Doyle Field in Leominster, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of today's 18 and under summer baseball contest as part of the Summer Classic tournament. Today's contest pits Brookline against the Boston Prime Orange team. Wi-Fi connection quite bad today. It's rivaling Watertown with how bad the connection is right now, but I am recording this and we'll upload the recorded version later. Top of the first inning, Brookline taking their first turn at the bat. Currently at the plate for Brookline is the second baseman, number 5, Keenan Sawada. Currently facing a 2-1 count. Slices this one in the air. It's into shallow left. Shortstop going back for it, and he's under it for out number 1. So that's one out here on the top of the first. Now batting for Brookline, the pitcher, number 3, Devin Chin. That one in there, strike 1. This one's sliced foul, and Chin's behind in the count early at 0-2. And a delayed swing lifts it out to center field. That'll be a clean single for Devin Chin. Brookline's got a runner aboard. Now batting for Brookline, the shortstop, number 7, Mayfield-Sheehan. A throw back to first. Chin gets back easily. A familiar face for Brookline playing at first base for Boston Prime. That is number 17, Adam Rosenblatt. As this pitch catches the low corner for strike 1. Another throw back, and again, Chin gets back easily. He's not taken the hugest lead off of first yet, but we know that if he gets a good jump, and he stumbles, he did try and jump there, but stumbled, and Sheehan kind of saved him there with a foul ball. Count is 0-2. Another throw back to first. It's interesting, the terrain here. The last couple of games in this tournament, Brookline's been playing at the turf field out in Northborough at the New England Baseball Complex. But here we're back on grass. As Chin takes off, it's a high ball. Throw down to second is too high, and Chin slides in safely. So a runner in scoring position now, as Chin makes his way to second. 1-2, the count to Sheehan. Oops. Bumped my camera there. And that one high and gets away from the catcher, and Chin takes off and takes third on the wild pitch. So just like that, Brookline threatening to be first on the board. Runner on third, 1 out. And Sheehan checks his swing as that's high ball 3. We've gone from an 0-2 count to now a full count. And Sheehan lifts one out to right fielder on his horse. That drops in. It's a fair ball. Chin comes in to score. Sheehan races down to second with an RBI double for the game's first run. Let's see if we got a good look at that on the replay. Sheehan got some good lift on it and just got it into a perfect spot as it drops just inside the foul line. 1-0, the early lead for Brookline. Now batting the first baseman, number 15, Owen Hoffman, as he fouls the first pitch out of play for strike 1. Brookline lost each of their first 2 games in this tourney, but they are first on the board here. That one catches the low corner for strike 2. And a throw got away. I was looking away at my score sheet for a second. All of a sudden the ball is flying into left field, and Sheehan is diving back to second base. That was wild. That one, I think, went off the end of Hoffman's bat, as they call it a foul ball. Count will remain 0-2. The pitcher, number 5, steps off the rubber just to keep Sheehan honest over at second. That one skips, blocked well by the catcher to hold Sheehan at second. 1-2 now, the count to Hoffman. And a high heat is chased, and Hoffman goes down on strikes. 2 down now. Up comes the catcher, number 21, Ellis Martino. First pitch is a high ball 1. Sheehan dancing off the bag at second, trying to get the attention of the prime defense. And that throw gets away, a wild pitch, and Sheehan will head down to third. Second wild pitch of the inning for Boston Prime, and that puts a runner at third now with 2 down. And a 2-0 count to Martino. And that's going to be a high ball 3. And that's a high ball 4 as a throw down to third gets away, and Sheehan is taking off for home, and Sheehan in to score off the throwing error. Mayfield-Sheehan again with the aggressive dancing off the bag. Drew the attempted pickoff throw from the prime catcher, and he comes in to score. Martino down to first on the walk. And a bunt is laid down by Ben Doctoroff, but it rolls foul. Ben Doctoroff, the extra hitter for Brookline today. At the plate now with 2 down in the top of the first and a runner at first base. Brookline with a 2-0 lead over Prime as another attempted pickoff throw to first. That pitch is going to be a high ball 1. 1-1, the count to Doctoroff. And Martino taking off for second. It's another high ball. Throw down to second. Martino dives in, and the throw bounces over the outstretched glove of the second baseman as Martino is successful in taking second. Two and one, the count to Doctoroff. Another runner in scoring position for Brookline now. And Doctoroff chops one, and it's a can of corn for the pitcher himself. And that will end the inning. So Brookline jumps out to a lead here against Boston Prime. And they go up 1-0. Now, I didn't quite get the lineup for Prime's team. At least I haven't gotten anything yet. But like I said, I do know of at least one player on that roster, and that's number 17, Adam Rosenblatt, who is also a member of this Brookline team during the Lou Tompkins season, and is also the younger brother of Brookline's left fielder today, Ben Rosenblatt. So we really got a real Civil War situation on our hands, brother fighting brother out here on the baseball diamond. But the main matchup for the Prime batters will be against the Brookline pitcher, number 3, Devin Chin. Now, from the distance I'm at up here in the bleachers, I don't think I'll be able to read the names on the backs of the jerseys for Prime, although the leadoff hitter doesn't even have a name on the back of his jersey. This is the shortstop, number 44, leading off for Boston Prime. First pitch inside, ball 1. Interestingly, they've got third baseman Ben Cody pulled in on the infield grass, I guess to watch out for any potential bunts they might try. Chases that one to the outside corner, strike 1. And they've also got the shortstop, Mayfield-Sheehan, back on the edge of the outfield grass to be a potential backup if a grounder slides past Cody with him pulled in. 1-2, the count to number 44. Hits a chopper over to short, charging in, taking it as Sheehan. Throw to first. Got him for out number 1. So a 6-3 ground out to start the inning. Now batting for Boston Prime is number 18. First pitch gonna miss, ball 1. And that's a high ball 2. That one in the zone, strike 1. And tips that one, strike 2. 2-2, the count to number 18. And this one's lifted out to left. That's going to drop in for a clean single. One on, one out. We got a lefty hitter coming up, meaning I can't really see the number. And Chin throws over to first. He's got that lefty pickoff move at first base. And first pitch is chased low for strike 1. I think at the plate might be the pitcher, number 5, but I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to see it again. Runner taking off for second, swing and a miss. Strike 2, throw down to second. Misses, goes into center field as number 18 steals second. And I can confirm this is the pitcher, number 5, who is at the plate now for Boston Prime. That pitch gonna miss to the outside, ball 1. 1-2 the count. Runner at second, 1 out. And that one's a low ball 2. They still got Cody pulled in on the infield grass to cover for any potential bunts. They got Mayfield-Sheehan handling the primary pickoff duties, as that's a swing and a... No, it's a foul tip, and it pops out of Martino's glove. He stays alive. But the point I'm making is there's a big opening on the left gap of the infield if number 5 is able to loop a hit in that direction. Slices that one, stays alive, 2-2 the count. And Chin turns around, but nobody was there to cover second, so no throw. Just keeping number 18 honest over at second. Now he takes off for third, swing and a miss, strike three, throw down to third is not in time as number 18 slides in awkwardly. Number 5 goes down swinging. But Prime threatening to score here with 2 down as number 7 steps to the plate. Swing and a miss, strike one. That one's going to be low for ball one. That one going to be outside, ball two. 2-1 the count. And that one is inside for ball three. 3-1 hitters count here to number 7. With 2 down in the bottom of the first, number 18 standing at third. And that's going to be a high ball 4. So that'll put runners at the corners, and we'll likely see number 7 take off for second with a runner at third to occupy the thoughts of the Brookline fielders. I've been able to see one name on the back of a jersey here for Boston Prime. Number 18's name is Donahue. And indeed, number 7 is taking off. It hits the outside corner for a strike, popped out of Martino's glove, so he didn't even need to make a decision about whether or not to go for second as number 7 takes it. Second and third tying runs are in scoring position here as a bouncer's hit over to first, and it's snagged by Hoffman. Races to first to tag it for out number 3. Big snag by Hoffman there. It might not have looked like much, but that one was taking a weird bounce off the infield dirt that had E3 written all over it. But Hoffman intercepted that and wrote down a 3U instead of an E3 to end the inning. Get ready for the top of the second now. With Brookline leading at the end of 1-2 to nothing. And I see that in spite of the bad Wi-Fi connection we're dealing with out here in Leominster, we do have some folks tuning in, braving the storm of bad video connectivity, and even leaving some nice notes in the live chat. We got Ellen and Alan Rosenblatt, the Rosenblatt grandparents, with some double affiliation here, saying, "Go Adam, go Ben, go Adam, go Ben," as Ben Rosenblatt is playing for Brookline today and Adam Rosenblatt playing for Boston Prime. And then from Barbara Joe Metzger, go Brookline, and go Keenan from Grandma and Uncle Mike in Buffalo, New York. So I am happy to see some of our regulars tuning in, you know, in spite of it all. Leading off for Brookline here in the top of the second will be the center fielder, number 42, Max Kaufman. First pitch is going to be outside for ball 1. And that's a high ball, 2. Chases that one low and away, strike 1. And chase that one, might have got a piece of it. Either way, strike 2. He's chased one low, he's chased one high. Now facing a 2-2 count. And that one hits the inside corner for strike 3. Kaufman down on strikes to start, and now batting the right fielder, number 24, Sasho Esch. Slices that one foul and out of play. Strike 1. That one's going to be a low ball, 1. That's a low ball, 2. That one catches the zone, strike 2. 2-2, the count to Esch. 1 out, base empty here in the top of the second. And that one got away from the pitcher there, bounces in the dirt, ball 3. Full count now to Esch. Gets a piece of it, and it's fair up the third base line, picked up by number 27, long throw, in and out of the glove, and Esch is going to reach. Rosenblatt tried to reach for it instead of hopping for it to make sure his foot would stay on the bag. And he almost snagged it with that length that he's got at first base. But no dice. Esch reaches, and a runner at first, and now up comes the other Rosenblatt. At the plate for Brookline now is the left fielder, number 18, Ben Rosenblatt. And this is a grounder up the third base line, and it's fair. And that'll be a clean single for Ben Rosenblatt, as the brothers now find themselves standing right next to each other. Adam playing the field, Rosenblatt the runner. Now batting is the third baseman, number 2, Ben Cody. Runner at first and second, 1 out. First pitch to Cody is in there, strike 1. Prime has pulled in both of their corner infielders, anticipating a short distance hit. As Cody sliced that one foul, might be playable. Out of reach. Catcher couldn't chase it down. 0-2 the count. And Cody lifts this one opposite field, and it's foul. That one could have brought in at least one more run had it dropped fair, but no dice there. Count remains 0-2. Number 5 turns around just to check on Esch over at second. Cody lifts another one into right. I think this one's going to drop fair, but it's going to be caught by Donahue out and right for out number 2. So Cody loops one foul and one into the waiting glove of the right fielder. 2 down now as we cycle around to the top of the order with the second baseman, number 5, Keenan Sawada. Shows bunt, but fouls it off. Strike 1. Sawada was trying to sneak one past the prime defense there. Sawada is a speedster on the base paths, so could have potentially worked, but couldn't get it down. That one high and away, ball 1. And that's going to be a high ball 2. Two and one the count. And that's a high ball 3. 3-1. A hitter's count to Sawada here. Prime's got their third baseman hanging around close to the bag at third to prioritize covering the bag for the lead runner. As Sawada fouls that one off, strike 2. Full count, 2 outs here in the top of the second for Sawada. And number 5 turns around, no throw, just keeping the runners honest. Full count, 2 outs. You can understand him turning around because the runners will be going as soon as he throws the pitch. Sawada lifts one out to right, and it's right at Donahue for out number 3. Brookline threatened to extend their lead, but could not score. They leave 2 stranded. We move to the bottom of the second, with Brookline leading Boston Prime 2-0. And we got another one in the live chat. Peter QB from Denver. Hi, Jesse, go Brookline, go K-Man. Thanks again for tuning in, everybody. I know this stream is not great in terms of the quality of connection. It seems to be leveling itself out a bit from how we started, which is nice. But I also know that could slip away from us at any time, and either way, it is less than the ideal Wi-Fi conditions we had out at Northborough the past couple of days. So that's a bummer, but as always, we march on, and anytime I'm live streaming, I'm also recording for just such a situation, as you guys well know from that Watertown game. You know, I always upload the recorded version after the fact, so if there are any plays where you're still able to hear my commentary and you go, oh man, that's a really nice play, too bad the video was all choppy, there will be a non-choppy version available after the fact. And if you have any reason to think there won't be, you can ask me, because I'll have a non-choppy version ready to be uploaded at any time. We start at the bottom of the second. Devin Chin back on the mound for Brookline. Leading off for Boston Prime will be the center fielder, number 14. First pitch, he skies it into left field in foul territory and out of play. Ben Rosenblatt got on his horse to chase that one, but no chance. This one's a hard grounder past Cody and into left. A leadoff single for number 14. Now batting, we've got a lefty, so it's hard for me to read the jersey number. First pitch lifted out to right. That's going to drop in fair, and it skips past the right fielder and will allow for extra bases. 14 is racing around third. He's going to try for home. A throw to the plate was close, but not in time. And number 11 gets a single, advances to second on the E9. While number 14 comes in to score Prime's first run on that same E9. So a 2-1 ball game now. Runner at second, nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Another lefty here showing bunt, and so Chin sees if he can catch number 11 cheating off the bag. Now resets. Turnaround pickoff attempt, bounces off the body of number 11, but doesn't bounce far, as they try for the pickoff that time to no avail. First pitch is in there, strike one. Corner infielders playing shallow again for the possibility of a sac bunt. Chases that one high and fouls it off. Strike two to number 55, the second baseman. That one comes in low. 1-2 now the count. And he chased that low for strike three. Chin gets the first out of the inning. And now up comes, I believe, number 27, the third baseman. Shows bunt, but fouls it off. Strike one. And he lifts this one, a blooper to shallow left. Sheehan on his horse diving attempt, cannot make it, but it lands in foul territory. Boy, that would have been something if he had caught that one. But cannot complete the circus catch. And so it'll simply be an 0-2 count to number 27. This one fouled off. Count remains 0-2. Hits a bouncer over to first. Hoffman will take it and tag the bag for out number 2. Two down now. And up to the plate comes the left fielder, number 4. First pitch in there, strike 1. And number 11's trying to steal home. Throw comes in, and they were ready for him, and they got him. Ellis Martino, cool, calm, and collected. Even with a throw in the dirt, he didn't let it sail by him. And the gutsy play does not pay off for Prime. And we are through 2 out here in Leominster. Our score at the end of 2, Brookline 2, Prime 1. It'll be the 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up for Brookline: Chin, Sheehan, and Hoffman. So I do believe I've got the full lineup for Boston Prime now. I don't have all the names of the players because the only distance I can really see a name from is if someone is, standing as a runner at third base. Otherwise, it's just too far for me to try and read. But I know that their batting order is leading off the shortstop, number 44. Second, the right fielder, number 18, Donahue. Third, the pitcher, number 5. Cleanup, the extra hitter, number 7. Fifth is the first baseman, who I know to be number 17, Adam Rosenblatt. Sixth is the center fielder, number 14. Seventh is the catcher, number 11. Eighth is the second baseman, number 55. Ninth is the third baseman, number 27. And 10th is the left fielder, number 4. So that's the lineup for Prime, as Brookline's pitcher, number 3, Devin Chin, fouls off a bunt attempt for strike 1. Looks like he was kind of pulling back on it. He either tipped it straight down into the plate or he pulled back and it just came in the strike zone. Chased that one low and gets a piece of it, strike 2. And that one is fouled out of play. That one skips in the dirt, ball 1. And chase it low for strike 3. It was dropped, but the throw down to first is in time for the first out of the inning. One out now, and up comes the shortstop, number 7, Mayfield-Sheehan. That one skips in the dirt, ball 1. Last time up, Sheehan got an RBI double to right, and he later came in to score, so he was involved in both Brookline's runs. Takes that one low for ball 2, so a 2-0 count. That one in the zone, strike 1. Lifts one out to left and right at number 4 for out number 2. First pitch is outside, ball 1. At the plate is the first baseman, number 15, Owen Hoffman. That's a high, ball 2. Slices that one foul. Strike 1. And fouls off another one, strike 2. Two and 2, the count now to Hoffman. That one bounces. What? What? They called strike 3 on a bouncing pitch. All right. Strike 3, end of the inning. Oh, they're saying that because it bounced and the catcher never applied a tag, they're telling Hoffman to run down to first and rule that it was a dropped third strike. This is the wildest silliness going on right now. They're telling Hoffman to keep going. And Hoffman is not sure what to do right now. I'm not sure what to do. Nobody knows what's happening. Listen, there's a small carnival going off out in the distance, out on the left field side, but I think the circus has come to this baseball diamond because this is weird. But it looks like that wild appeal was unsuccessful, as Hoffman basically takes a free lap around the bases. So in the end, it was a strikeout. You know, that said, I can understand what Brookline was appealing there, because that ball did bounce in. And normally when that happens, you have to tag the batter or throw to first or something, which didn't happen. But I also understand from the umpire's perspective, it's like you already called out. It's sort of like in a football when a ref already calls the play dead. You know, there's really not much you can do to appeal that once the play has been ruled over. So we move to the bottom half of the third inning, with Brookline still leading Prime 2-1. Number 4 will lead off the inning for Prime, as last inning ended with a runner caught stealing, so he didn't get to finish his plate appearance. After that, we'll cycle around to the top of the order with number 44 and then number 18, Donahue. Stepping to the plate for Prime is the left fielder, number 4. First pitch catches the outside corner, strike 1. This one sliced up in the air. It's playable. And Martino couldn't catch it, and so number 4 is going to reach. Boston Prime gets a lucky break there, as number 4 pops it up right in front of the plate. Chin was charging in for it, but then Martino called it off. But he wasn't in a good position to snag it, and it drops out of reach of his glove, and number 4 reaches first. Now number 44 lifts one out to center. That's going to drop in front of the center fielder. And so back-to-back runners on to start the inning for Prime. Now batting is the right fielder, number 18, Donahue. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Number 4 representing the potential tying run at second. Number 4, the potential go-ahead run at first. First pitch fouls it off, strike 1. Last time up, Donahue got a single. Stole second and third, but was left stranded at third. That one almost gets away from Martino, but he recovers it well. That'll simply be ball 1. Chin turns around, catches the runner, throws to third, and number 4 retreats back. Brookline's had a little bit of trouble of picking off runners, but then not being able to finish the job between the bags. And usually what happens is a pitcher will throw to first and the runner will just dart to second unhesitatingly. I think Chin was expecting something like that, so he threw to third and did so a little slowly to make sure that it wasn't an erroneous throw. Wanted to make sure he didn't rush the throw, but as a result, he ended up giving time for number 4 to retreat back to second. That one inside, ball 2. That one high and away, ball 3. This one fouled off, and we've got a full count now to Donahue, with 2 runners on and nobody out. And he fouls it off again, and the count remains. That one catches the low corner for strike 3. Big first out get for Chin. And now batting is the pitcher, number 5. Number 5 hoping to add to his own cause here. Is that one well blocked by Martino off the dirt. Ball 1. Reaches low, pops one up, and it's caught by Cody for out number 2. Now coming to the plate is number 7, the extra hitter. Fouls off the first pitch, strike 1. 2 down, runners at first and second. Brookline trying to hold on to a 1-run lead. Last time up, number 7 drew a walk, stole second, but was left stranded there. Skies one out to right, Esch tracking it, and falls down making the catch. Almost lost track of it, but stayed with it just enough to make the grab for out number 3. And Brookline ends the threat and ends the 3rd inning. Our score at the end of 3, Brookline 2, Boston Prime 1. We got ourselves a tight contest out here in Leominster. Due up for Brookline in the top of the fourth will be the 5, 6, 7 hitters, Martino, Doctoroff, and Kaufman. Leading off now for Brookline, the catcher, number 21, Ellis Martino. First pitch high and in, ball 1. Last time up, Martino drew a walk, stole second, but was left stranded. Now hits a dribbler up the third base side, fielded by number 27, long throw to first. And it was snagged, and Rosenblatt managed to keep a toe on the bag there for out number 1. It's a good reach by Rosenblatt there, as that was a slightly less than ideal throw, as 27 was throwing on the run there. But they get the first out. Now batting, the extra hitter, number 8, Ben Doctoroff. That one hits him. Doctoroff gets a free pass down to first off the hit-by pitch. Now coming up, the center fielder, number 42, Max Kaufman. Doctoroff taking off. Kaufman fouls off a bunt attempt. And that'll be strike 1. So Doctoroff heads back to first. Kaufman struck out his last time up, leading off the second inning. Now up with 1 out and a runner at first here in the 4th. This one skips away from the catcher, and Doctoroff going to trot down to second easily on the wild pitch. So a runner in scoring position now for Brookline, with a 1-1 count. Kaufman lifts this one out to center, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. They throw it for home, and Doctoroff holds at third. The hit was just a little too deep into center for him to be going from contact there, as there was a potential risk of a flyout, but Kaufman does get on base with the single. Doctoroff heads down to third, and Brookline's now got runners at the corners with 1 out, threatening to extend their lead. Now batting is the right fielder, number 24, Sasho Esch. Kaufman takes off, and they don't throw. Kaufman takes second with ease. Pitch itself was a strike. Prime didn't want to risk potentially opening the door for Doctoroff to score on that one. Now 2 in scoring position. They pull in the infield, and Esch lines one over the pulled-in infield. The pull-in backfires as Doctoroff trots home on an RBI single for Sasho Esch. Brookline now leads by 2. As we take a quick look back at that one. It's just lifted over. Now batting is the left fielder, number 18, Ben Rosenblatt. He lifts one deep out to left. Left fielder's got it. Runner is going to tag, and Kaufman comes in to score on the sac fly. So 2 runs in for Brookline 2 down now, but they have doubled up their scoring total. As now up comes the third baseman, number 2, Ben Cody. I kind of missed what that pitch was. Wasn't sure if it was a ball or a strike. Runner taking off for second. That one I think hit the zone. Sliding in safe is Esch. I'm still not quite sure what the count is. I'm not sure if it's 1-1 or 0-2 or what. That one bounces in the dirt. For now, I'm going to say the count's 1-2. Cody lifts one out to right. That one's just foul. Dropped it right in the middle of no man's land there, but just in foul territory. Esch stands at second, 2 down. Brookline leads Prime 4-1 here in the top of the fourth. Swing and a miss, and that'll be strike 3. Brookline leaves 1 stranded, but they bring in 2 to score. Off an RBI single from Sasho Esch and a sac fly from Ben Rosenblatt. Moving to the bottom of the fourth, Brookline's lead now up to 3 at 4-1. So after the older Rosenblatt brother drives in a run in the top half of the inning, it'll be the younger brother leading off the bottom half of the inning for Boston Prime. As the batters due up for Prime will be Adam Rosenblatt, followed by number 14 and number 11. Leading off here, the first baseman, number 17, Adam Rosenblatt. First pitch high for ball 1. Rosenblatt, his last time up, he grounded out to first to end the bottom of the first inning. That one bounces off ground, off face mask, and to the backstop. That'll simply be ball 2. That one's going to miss as well. A 3-0 count to Adam Rosenblatt. Okay, one of those pitches must have been called a strike. I just didn't see a strike signal. Now Rosenblatt hits a chopper through the left gap right at his older brother in left field as he gets a leadoff single to start. So a leadoff runner aboard for Prime, and now coming up is the center fielder, number 14. Last time up, he singled and then came in to score on an error in right field, as the only run that is scored for Prime so far. Fouls off the first pitch for strike one. Pickoff throw to first, and Rosenblatt dives back safe. That one's going to be a high ball one. It's a high ball two, throw down to first, and again Rosenblatt dives back. And that one gets away from Martino. Rosenblatt down to second on the passed ball. That one does hit the zone, and we've got a full count now to number 14. And he chases it low for strike three. Chin gets him chasing to the low outside corner. One down now, runner still stands at second. Now up is the catcher, number 11. That one misses low and away, ball one. Number 11, his last time up, he had a single out to right and was able to advance to second on an E9. But he was caught trying to steal home later in the inning, which ended that inning as he takes strike one there. Timeout called. 1-1 the count, one out, runner at second. In the bottom of the fourth inning, Brookline leads Prime 4-1. Fouls that one off, strike two. Ooh, that one hits him. So Chin cannot capitalize on the pitcher's count there. And number 11 gets a free pass down to first. Now batting the second baseman, number 55. First pitch comes in low, ball one. And that one skips, blocked by Martino, going to try and throw down to third, but Rosenblatt going to beat the throw there. So So that'll be ball 2. Both runners will advance on the wild pitch. Runners at second and third now. A base hit to the outfield from number 55 here could cut Brookline's lead down to 1. 2-0 the count with 1 out. That one in the zone, strike 1. That one dips low, ball 3. Three and 1, the count to 55. And that's going to be ball 4. So that walk does create a force at every base with 1 out. But it leaves little room for error on Chin's side, as a walk or a hit by pitch would bring in a run. Now coming up is the third baseman, number 27. And this one's a hopper over to Hoffman at first, throws home to get the force, and they're going to settle for that. So Rosenblatt out at home on the 3-2 fielder's choice. It appears the catcher's name, number 11, is Falcone. So I was able to pick up another name. First pitch, well blocked by Martino off the bounce, ball 1. At the plate now is the left fielder, number 4. Bases loaded, 2 down. That one catches the zone, strike 1. Number 4, his last time up, he hit that weird pop-up that Martino couldn't catch. Slices that one foul, strike 2. So 1 and 2 the count, 2 down, bases loaded, 4-1 the score. That one inside, ball 2. That one misses low and away, ball 3. So we got a full count, 2 outs, and the bases loaded. High pressure pitch coming up. And he hits a chopper over to first, fielded by Hoffman. He's going to race there, dive for the bag, and get there just in time. Hoffman shows the hustle to the bag in order to get that last out and get Brookline out of the jam with no runs allowed. At the end of 4, the score, Brookline 4, Boston Prime 1. During this break between the 4th and 5th innings, I'd like to take a moment for a local charity spotlight. I'd like to tell you about Brookline Cares. Brookline Cares is a volunteer organization run by Brookline High School students which seeks to raise awareness and funds to help people experiencing homelessness. Brookline Cares works closely with an organization called the Empowerment Plan. The Empowerment Plan hires and trains those experiencing homelessness to manufacture their special type of coat, known as the Empower Coat, which can double as a sleeping bag. The coats help to keep those struggling with homelessness warm during the colder months, while the jobs manufacturing those coats can help break the cycle of homelessness through gainful employment. Over the past 3 years, Brookline Cares has purchased and distributed over 200 Empower Coats and 1,000 pairs of Bombas socks to local community organizations and emergency departments that care for the homeless. Down in the description section of this video, you can find a link on the website classy.org where you can donate money to the Brookline Cares team, supporting their efforts to purchase more Empower Coats. Or you can also check out Brookline Cares' own website on wixsite.com, where you can find out more information about them, what they do, how you can get in touch with them and help out their cause. So check out those 2 links down in the description section of the video down below. We move forward to the top of the 5th inning now. We're back to the top of the order for Brookline, leading off the second baseman, number 5, Keenan Sawada. Shows bunt but pulls back as the pitch comes in low for ball 1. Sawada 0 for 2 so far today. He's popped out to short and flown out to right, as he takes that one high for ball 2. Shows bunt again, but again pulls back as the pitch comes outside. Hitters count at 3-0. Takes it all the way for strike 1. That one hits the zone as well, strike 2. Number 5 rebounding it back to a full count. And Sawada lifts one out to right, and Donahue goes back for it for out number 1. One down, now batting the pitcher, number 3, Devin Chin. Chin 1 for 2 so far today with a single and a strikeout. Hits a liner through the left gap into left. And Chin, such a strong opposite field hitter, gets aboard with another single. Chin has already scored once today, and now back on the base paths as up comes the shortstop, number 7, Mayfield-Sheehan. Chin taking off. Sheehan hits a grounder over to short. Can't make the play at second, throws to first, and Sheehan is out on the ground out. Smart play by number 44 at short. Chin got a good break for second on that play, and there was no chance of even getting him on a fielder's choice, much less a double play. And so he made the play he knew he could make by throwing it to first. 2 down, runner at second. Now up comes the first baseman, number 15, Owen Hoffman. First pitch high, ball 1. Hoffman 0 for 2 so far today with 2 strikeouts. As that one skips in the dirt for ball 2. Well blocked by Falcone behind the plate. Of course, Hoffman's last strikeout was wrought with controversy as it bounced in, and Brookline thought that either it was a ball or that Hoffman would be able to take off for first because it bounced, but he was called out. Now he faces a hitter's count at 3-0. Takes that one for strike one. Number 5 steps off the rubber briefly to check on chin. Hoffman hits a grounder over to short, fielded cleanly, thrown to first, and they got him for out number 3. So Brookline gets a runner in scoring position but cannot score. We move to the bottom of the 4th. Score still Brookline 4, Prime 1. Move to the bottom of the 5th now, leading off for Prime, the shortstop number 44. First pitch lifts a deep shot out to left. Rosenblatt looking up at it, and it's over the fence! Number 44 sends a rocket over the left field fence. And doubles up Prime's score with their second run of the day. An impressive shot there. And Brookline's lead cut down to 4-2. So number 44, after making some nice plays at short in the top half of the inning, launches a missile for a solo home run. Donahue hits a grounder. That's through the left gap. And he reaches first. The top of the order coming in strong for Prime to start the bottom of the 5th. The Brookline lead cut down to 2, and now a runner at first as up comes the pitcher, number 5. First pitch hits the outside corner, strike 1. Pickoff throw, got him between the bags, throw down to second. They apply the tag and they got him. Well executed by Chin. Wasn't thrown off by the runner breaking off the base. Made a quick throw to first so that Hoffman could turn around and chase Donahue down to second for the first out of the inning. That one comes in high for ball one. That one's low for ball two. That one lined foul up the right field side, strike two. That one skips in the dirt, ball three. And that's going to be ball four. So 3 straight batters reach base for Boston Prime. One on a home run, one on a single, but got caught stealing. And now one with a walk. Runner at first, one down. Now up comes the extra hitter, number 7. And that one fouled off the end of his bat, strike one. Number 7, his last time up, flew out to right to end the third inning. And before that had a walk, so 0 for 1 so far. Swing and a miss, strike two. This one a grounder fielded by Cody. Going to go to second to get the lead runner. Going to try for first for the double play. They cannot get the runner at first, but they do get the lead runner at second on the fielder's choice. So 2 down now. Number 7 stands at first. Now coming up, the center fielder, number 14. First pitch, hits a hard bouncer over to short. Sheehan throws to second. And back-to-back fielders' choices at second end the 5th inning. Prime gets back 1 run off the home run from number 44, but cannot do any more damage. Our score after 5, Brookline 4, Prime 2. Due up for Brookline in the top of the 6th will be the 5, 6, 7 hitters, Martino, Doctoroff, and Kaufman. As we've got a new pitcher on the mound for Prime. Number 9 taking over for number 5. Brookline's got some bullpen action going on for themselves. Now leading off for Brookline, the catcher, number 21, Ellis Martino. First pitch fouled off, strike one. That one's going to be a high ball one. Martino, his last time up, grounded out to third to lead off the fourth inning. Before that, drew a walk, so 0 for 1 so far as he takes strike two there. Ooh, that one hits him. Martino stands in there and takes the hit by pitch to lead off the top of the sixth inning. And a courtesy runner, Will Buckles, coming out to run in place of the catcher. Now batting the extra hitter, number 8, Ben Doctoroff. That one's going to miss, ball one. Buckles taking off, stumbles a bit, but the catcher also stumbled in getting his footing after the pitch. And so Buckles will steal second. That one in the zone for what I believe is strike one. Doctoroff lines one foul up the first base side, strike two. 2-2, the count to Doctoroff. Runner at second, nobody out here on the top of the sixth. And he loops one foul again. And another one fouled off. We got an interesting collision of music going on right now. The Carnival off in the distance is playing some music. And then one of the teams that'll be taking the field after this game is over, I think, is playing music on a speaker before their game. So we got a couple of different sets of music being played over this game right now as Doctoroff gets beaned. That one hits him in the back as another breaking ball hangs on number 9. Runners at first and second for Brookline now. The prime reliever struggling a bit with his control, as now coming up for Brookline, the center fielder, number 42, Max Kaufman. Shows bunt, but whiffs on it. Doctoroff takes off anyway. The third baseman wasn't there, and the throw sails into left field. Buchholz, after hitting third, takes off for home, and he scores. Doctoroff went down to second in the chaos, now goes down to third in the chaos. You cannot give Brookline that kind of opening on the base paths. The pitch itself, it was a strike. That's right. Because Kaufman tried to bunt and whiffed. Now he fouls one off. Count is 0-2. Boy, that was so confusing to keep track of. So Buchholz steals third and then comes home on the E2. Doctoroff goes to third on the E2. That's the best I can do stat-keeping-wise for that absolutely chaotic play. 0-2, the count to Kaufman. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 3. So in a way, Kaufman did help them get a run on the board with his failed bunt attempt, but with a 5-2 score, now up comes the right fielder, number 24, Sasho Esch. First pitch misses, ball 1. Esch has got 1 RBI hit already today. And now he lays down a bunt at the first base line. It's in foul territory. Tried to go for the squeeze play there, but nothing doing as the ball rolls foul. So now Rosenblatt pulled in deep on the grass up the first base side, as that one just misses inside, ball 2. That one does catch the zone, strike 2. The whole infield pulled in here. The last time they pulled the infield in against Esch, he made them pay for it with a bloop single over the second baseman. That one skips in, and that'll be ball 3. And I'm not sure if Falcone genuinely lost track of that ball around his feet or if he was trying to fake out Doctoroff. But either way, the runner holds. Full count now to Esch. And he hits a chopper over to short. They throw for home, and they catch Doctoroff at home on the fielder's choice. And I had forgotten to update my out count before, so that's actually second out of the inning. So 2 down. Runner at first. Brookline now leads by 3. And coming to the plate now, the left fielder, number 18, Ben Rosenblatt. Swings and misses, strike 1. Rosenblatt 1 for 1 so far today with a single and a sac fly. Takes that one high and in for ball 1. Runner taking off for second, but Rosenblatt fouls off the pitch. And so Esch goes back to first, 1-2 now the count. Runner taking off again. It's a high ball. Esch did not make it. Thrown out at second. And that will end the top of the sixth. Brookline does add a run to their lead as they go back up by 3 going into the bottom of the sixth inning. And it looks like they are going to go to the bullpen here. A straight 1-for-1 swap. Devin Chin comes off the mound after 5 innings of work. 2 runs allowed, 1 of them earned. And taking his place will be number 18, Ben Rosenblatt. And like I said, a straight 1-for-1 swap as Chin will take Rosenblatt's spot in left field. As he'll be facing number 11, Falcone, then number 55, and then number 27. My mistake. Actually, it will be number 14 before Falcone. I got my batting order a little mixed up at the end of last inning. So it'll be 14, then number 11 Falcone, and then number 55. Now leading off, the center fielder, number 14. First pitch from Rosenblatt in the zone, strike 1. That one high and in, ball 1. That one hits the zone, strike 2. This one's a chopper right at Cody. Throw to first a little high, but Hoffman able to make the snag over at first for out number 1. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Now up comes the catcher, number 11, Falcone. First pitch, high, ball 1. That one in the zone, strike one. Falcone 1 for 1 so far today with a single and a hit by pitch. Fouls that one off, strike two. And slices that one out of play, stays alive at 1-2. And that one hits the zone for strike three. Ben Rosenblatt off to a good start on the mound out of the bullpen. 2 down, and now up comes the second baseman, number 55. That first pitch misses, ball one. Last time up, number 55 drew a walk. Before that, struck out, so 0 for 1 so far today. Makes contact, bounces past Cody and through the gap into left field for a 2-out single. Now batting the third baseman, number 27. Runner going for second. Pitch was outside. Martino not going to throw. His mind was mostly on making sure that wasn't a wild pitch. It'll simply be ball one, and 55 will take second. That one's high for ball two. The throw from Martino sails into left field. Chin recovers, throws for home, and they got him! Great backup job by Devin Chin to end the inning. Prime got aggressive on the base paths. They sent 55 to steal third after he stole second. Successfully stole third, and Martino sailed his throw out to left field, but Devin Chin on the ball and still with plenty of strength left in that arm, even after pitching 5 innings, sends a laser back to Martino at home, and he applies the tag for the third out of the inning. Through 6 as we move to the final inning. Our score, Brookline 5, Prime 2. Last inning for both teams ended with a runner being caught stealing, so we'll see repeat batters leading off for both teams in the 7th. For Brookline, they'll start with Ben Rosenblatt, follow that up with Ben Cody, and then Keenan Sawada. Number 9 back on the hill for his second inning of relief work. And so Brookline is sending the wrong batter to the box. Last inning did end with a runner getting thrown out on the base pad, so it should be Rosenblatt, but he's just going to skip an at-bat as Ben Cody's going to step in and take ball one. Cody hits one through the left gap for a leadoff single. Or, oh, you know what I think happened? I think I got confused. I think Rosenblatt went down on strikes on the same play that Esch got thrown out at second, and so that turned into a double play to end the inning. I think, looking back on my notes now, I think that's what happened. So Cody gets a single, a pinch runner, number 9 comes in. I'm not sure who number 9 is, as I didn't have a number 9 on my roster for this Brookline team. I'll have to ask the coach later. But he stands at first with Keenan Sawada at the plate. He takes a high ball 1. And Sawada sliced that one foul and out of play. Strike 1. Sawada 0 for 3 so far today. He's popped out to short and then flown out to right field twice. Now a throw back to check on number 9 at first base. No, wait, I was not wrong. It should have been Rosenblatt leading off, but it just wasn't. I don't know. 2-1. Runner goes for second. Pitch in there for a strike. Number 9 slides in. No, tagged out. Brookline coach thought his runner was safe, but that will be the first out of the inning. He must not have gotten a good slide down because it looked like he had them beat timing-wise. I mean, they've only got one ump for this game. You can't really, there's nothing you can appeal to. You can't say, hey, check with the infield ump. There's only one ump here. Sawada loops one out to left as he gets his first hit of the day. Now batting, the left fielder, number 3, Devin Shin. And Shin lays down a bunt in fair territory. Number 27 picks it up, throw, gets away from Rosenblatt, and Sawada races down to third. Even before the throw got away, Sawada was racing around the bag. And so Chin, with a very effective bunt single there, puts runners at first and third with 1 out. As up comes the shortstop, number 7, Caden Sheehan. Sheehan's got 1 RBI already today from his first inning RBI double. Chin likely to take off for second and put 2 runners in scoring position. Takes off on the first pitch. It's a high ball. They are going to throw down to second. Chin slides in safe, and Sawada holds at third. So there are, in fact, 2 runners in scoring position now. Sheehan with a chance to drive in 2 if he can get a base hit to the outfield. And that one went off the end of his bat, foul, strike one. Just a little out in front of that off-speed pitch. And you could tell Sheehan wanted that one. You could see the frustration, or as he sort of shook his bat afterwards, although that might have just been the sting of the ball going off the end of his bat. Infield pulled in for Prime, as that one's outside for ball two. Having the infield in worked against Prime once, but it worked in their favor once, as they got the fielder's choice at home last inning. Sheehan lifts one into shallow right, too shallow for a sac fly, but Sawada thought about trying anyway, but ultimately holds. So a fly out, too shallow for the sac fly, and both runners hold. Now batting the first baseman, number 15, Owen Hoffman. That one in there, strike one. Hoffman, his last time up, grounded out to short. Before that, struck out twice. That one gonna miss, outside ball one. That one is high, ball two. That one fouled off. Strike two. 2-2, the count to Hoffman. Sawada at third, Chin at second. Brookline hoping to add to a 5-2 lead before they move to the bottom of the seventh. And Hoffman fouls off another one, stays alive. That one in there for strike three. So Brookline leaves two stranded and cannot add to their lead. We move to the bottom of the seventh now, with the score Brookline 5, Boston Prime 2. For Prime, their last chance will come from number 27, number 4, and number 44. Ben Rosenblatt back out on the mound, hoping to finish the job for Brookline. And, well, unfortunately for us, the fans, Rosenblatt would need to face 6 hitters before potentially facing his younger brother. And if Prime gets in 6 hitters deep into this inning, and there's a good chance Rosenblatt will be pulled for someone else to try and close the game out. Because a bare minimum through 6 hitters, the best case scenario for Brookline would be 2 outs and the bases loaded with only 1 run coming in for Prime. And boy, wouldn't that be a situation for the two brothers to face off in. But for now, the situation is that number 27 is back at the plate after the last inning ended on a runner being caught stealing. First pitch from Rosenblatt bounces in the dirt, ball 1. That one skips in, ball 2. That one in the zone, strike 1. And that one skips for ball 3. And that's going to be a leadoff walk for number 27. So Prime gets the last inning off to a solid start, and head coach John Busey coming out right away to talk to Ben Rosenblatt. Probably going to be telling his reliever, hey, it's the last inning, throw strikes. Get these last outs, don't give them anything. Brookline trying to end their run of summer tourneys with a win here today. They went 0-4 during the Firecracker Sports 4th of July tournament, and they lost their first 2 games of the Summer Classic this weekend. But here, in their last game of the Summer Classic, they are ahead here in the bottom of the 7th, trying to hold on to a 3-run lead. Now batting the left fielder, number 4. Throw back to first. Number 27 gets back easily. Noticeable headwind blowing towards home plate and slightly towards first, as that one gets away from Martino, and 27 is going to take second on the wild pitch. Swing and a miss there. 1-1 the count. And that one gets away. Another wild pitch. And number 27 down to third. 2-1 the count to number 4. Number 27, Barone. And it's a check swing foul. You could see number 4 frustrated with that. Now a 2-2 count. And hits a high hopper over to first. Hoffman holds the runner at third and tags the bag for out number 1. And how about Owen Hoffman? I've seen him play a lot of different positions. I don't think I'd ever seen him play first before, and he's done a noticeably good job at first base today. Now batting, as we cycle around to the top of the prime order, the shortstop, number 44. That one in the zone, strike 1. Last time up, number 44 blasted one over the left field fence for a solo home run. Gave Prime their most recent run. Now up with a runner at third and 1 down. That one in the zone, strike 2. Breaking ball dipped, but didn't dip out of the zone, and now it's an 0-2 count. And he chases the breaking ball low for strike 3. Rosenblatt got off to such a rocky start to the inning, but he really seems to have found his flow here. Prime down to their final out. Brookline trying to close out their participation in this tournament with a win. At the plate now is the right fielder, number 18, Donahue, as he takes ball 1 low and in. Barone stands at third. Prime trails by 3. That one in the zone for strike 1. Hits a chopper over to short. It's a high one, but Sheehan snags it, throws to first, and Brookline wins. Great adjustment by Caden Sheehan. I think I'm actually going to show a replay on that one, as that very well could have kept the game going. It had that weird of a bounce. Just watch this one here. Bounces high, and Sheehan forced to jump and just barely get it in the edge of his glove, and then a quick transfer, despite the shaky snag, a quick transfer to his throwing hand to make the play at first and end this ball game. The final score, Brookline 5, Boston Prime 2. So Brookline goes 1-2 over the weekend. I'm pretty sure they're not going to qualify for any additional games with a record like that. You know, I'll double check that with Coach Busey, but I'm pretty sure this is going to do it for the summer tournaments for this Brookline team, and it's going to be back to Lou Tompkins play for the rest of the season. And they're going to be going straight back to that with three games this coming week, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And I'll have all of those games covered as well, so be sure to stay tuned for those. And thank you all so much for tuning in today. I know the Wi-Fi hasn't been great, and I am going to upload a recorded version without all the choppy video off of the bad Wi-Fi. I'll upload the recorded version later today after I get home, so be sure to be on the lookout for that. Like I said, we're going to have more coverage of the Brookline as they return to the Lou Tompkins season. They'll be playing tomorrow, Tuesday, and Thursday, so be sure to stay tuned for those. Subscribing to the channel can help. Thank you to all those who brought the good vibes in the live chat today. If there's anything you'd like to say afterwards, you can say it in the comment section down below, either of this one or of the better recorded one that I'll upload later today. Also, go down below to the description section of the video where you can find some helpful links, a couple links related to our local charity spotlight, Brookline Cares, and some links related to me, my personal website, jessesports.com, where you can find out more about me, the freelance sports broadcasting services that I provide to various teams, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team. Or if you want to skip past all that, you can email me directly with any questions or requests you may have. And remember, you can follow me on Instagram, where I post highlights from previous live streams and the links to upcoming live streams. But for this live stream, that's going to do it. Final score, Brookline 5, Boston Prime 2. From Doyle Field in Leominster, Massachusetts, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday.